So what beside the
I need.
pray for
I
us?
like, oh.
As you have asked, do you ask the honest?
Okay, we're praying. Oh, Father, we thank you for yet another day. We thank you for how far you've brought us. We pray committing our meeting into your hands. Take control and give us the needed knowledge we need. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Sister say your child you na dey be amenu be didi.
Osha.
On pay bon wa.
Short. Fast.
E be didi ntem. But if you are here and you have requested for your exam voucher, please go and request for it and then book your exams. I beg all of you.
But how you go day here? Then you request your. I don't really understand.
I mean, I think because this, especially this squad, with the carry to where we want carry go. So I beg if you are here and you have not requested for your voucher, kindly, God willing, tomorrow. And they amble and they are.
Hey, I beg. Anybody here of roads?
Roads.
Maybe she
will finish.
But you have at least can't tell me so you have finished.
Come report. Come
give
yourself
shout
report
out
to
for something.
You don't go like that.
Beg, if somebody get a number, make you call them right.
Hey, who be the Prince Kid?
Another Prince K come here.
Hey. Life no.
Who that? Anyway. Maba. Well, Waba. Yeah, Judith, there was a lady called Rhodes. I was even calling her Rhodis. So she told us their name is Rhodes. We only saw her, I think, twice or so. That was it. I don't think. Maybe Washa. Yeah, Rhodes. People use different names on WhatsApp. I don't think that we'll be able to identify herself. Anyway, so
they search roads.
Yeah, with the search roads.
Everything cool. If you wrote that, she did offline.
Oh, you know her, man.
Yeah. Maybe you could invite her more time.
Oh, okay. Is she repping your exam?
No, she go rep Thursday.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Thursday squad, them would also. Maybe that was share Saturday, 4 p.m.
So you mean the majority of we the here with the right or the what's it called? With the right this week, yeah. Okay. So let's say by Sunday there, then we are Sunday be party. Zoom party.
After party.
We can celebrate one and win.
If you don't come, that means you bomb.
If you don't come, you bomb be that.
If you don't come, we go come your house.
Judith Thursday, Metro Thursday.
Judith is writing on. I said Judith. Press is writing on Thursday. Okay, let's recap on what we did yesterday. So yesterday we looked at the other pillars of the well-architected framework. Right. So we looked at.
I beg zoom in smaller.
This one said be the cloud adoption. Is it okay?
Yeah.
All right. So we looked at the reliability pillar and the cost optimization pillar, right? And then we touched a little bit on the sustainability pillar, which I said for the sustainability. It's just about you making sure that your operations gets to align with the sustainability goals, right? So avoiding the negative impacts of your operations on the environment, and also how to sustain your business goals, right? Now on the reliability pillar, we looked at architecting your system to be able to recover from disruptions, right? And also being able to acquire resources dynamically. So you look at testing recovery procedures, automatically recovering from failure, scaling horizontally, and then also stop guessing capacity, as well as managing your change with automation. We looked at performance efficiency pillar that also talks about you efficiently utilizing IT tools, right, to meet your system requirements and also maintain the efficiency as your demands and then technology changes. So it's all about adapting to new technologies to make sure that you are operating in full capacity. So we looked at the design principles, that is democratizing. Hey, we look at democratizing advanced technologies, right, to reduce interdependencies so that the failure of one system doesn't impact the other or the remaining of your system. We also looked at going global in minutes and also using serverless architecture. So more or less like using managing services, right? Yes, to remove the operational burden of running and maintaining your service. We also looked at experimenting more often, right? Whenever there are new technologies, you experiment and you test new procedures to make sure that yes, you are up to date with new technologies, and also having mechanical sympathy. That is selecting your technology approaches, right, that align with the best practices and also align with your goals. So that was it about performance efficiency. And then we also looked at cost optimization, right? That also focuses on running your systems and then delivering value at the lowest possible cost, right? And then the key areas was controlling expenses, selecting appropriate resources, and also analyzing your spending, and as well as scaling efficiently. So it is also dependent on 5 design principles. That is adopting a consumption model, that is paying for only the services or the resources that you use, and also adjusting your usage based on your business requirement. Measuring your overall efficiency, that's the second pillar, and stop spending on data center operations, that is physical hardwares, and also analyze and then attribute your expenditure, and as well as using managed and application level services. So that was also it about the remaining pillars of the well-architected, the AWS well-architected framework. There are other sections actually in the module 9 where it was comparing reliability and then availability, and also there was something on the trusted advisor, but I'll leave that one for our own studies. It is in the summaries, and I've uploaded it in a Google Drive, so everybody have access to it. Today, we'll look at the cloud adoption framework, right? And then the general understanding of the cloud adoption framework is that this is what a company uses, right, to measure its readiness, or use it to guide its readiness as far as migrating to the cloud or using cloud technologies are concerned. So it involves using technology, involves the people, and then also the process, right? So that's basically about the cloud adoption framework. You use it to guide your migration and also test your readiness as far as adoption cloud technology is concerned. So I'll go straight to the perspectives in the adoption framework. Now there is business perspective, right? The business perspective focus on your business capabilities, right? Involving your managers, your finance managers, and then the strategy stakeholders. So it is here that you align, let's say, board members or the high authorities about the whole, cloud migration thing or your cloud adoption thing, right? You ask questions. Are we able to? Are we at the point where we need this? Are we at a point where we can actually like adopt this thing, right? So you involve your managers and then everybody that is involved in decision making, right? Is involved in decision making to accept and also be aware of what you are about to do, right? And this one, the next one is the people's perspective. So in the people's perspective, you are looking at the expertise or the skills that your people have, right? And the roles that people will play as far as adopting cloud technologies is concerned, and then also processes that are involved. So you identify who needs what training, who needs what orientation, right? Who needs what in order to also align themselves with the new technology. So you just don't wake up and then, hey, now we are in the cloud and then everybody should be able to use it. It doesn't work that way. You have to make sure that the people involved are understands what is happening and then they are able to use it. And there is also governance perspective, right? The governance perspective looks at aligning your cloud adoption or your cloud migration with your business goals or your business strategies, right? Which focuses on maximizing your IT investments, business value. Get it? So, okay, we invested this amount of money when we're building a physical infrastructure. Now, how does moving to the cloud kind of benefit us, right? How does it compare to our physical infrastructure? Are we able to maximize like the investment, have like an appreciable or a good return on investment, right? And then there is also the platform perspective. Now the platform perspective is just about your architectural dimensions and then the models for the target environment. So in our physical data center, we have our servers, we have everything is there, right? Anything that we want to do, we can go to the server and then do whatever we want to do. But this is the case in the cloud. How is it different from our traditional on-premises infrastructure, right? That is just the platform perspective. How are we designing our infrastructure in the cloud? And then is it like so different from what we are doing on site or on-prem? And then we look at, there's also security perspective, right? The security perspective just ensures security objectives, right? For visibility, auditability, control, and agility. So this perspective is that, okay, with our data centers, our traditional data centers, we have access to everything. So we know that we are aware of the security capabilities or the security gaps, right? We know that, okay, if you want to access our data center, there is, some protocols to go through, and then we have like our password policies and then all that. Is it the same in the cloud? How are we going to, adopt the same security measures in the cloud, right? And then there is also operations perspective. So the operation perspective just defines your day-to-day, quarter-to-quarter, and then year-to-year business operations. So how business is run or how business procedures are run as far as the cloud adoption is concerned, right? Is it going to affect it? Is it going to negatively affect it, or is it going to positively affect it? Or how different is it going to be than the normal traditional stuff that we are doing, right? So a normal, like a real life scenario for operations perspective, or this even cloud adoption framework, we can relate it to remote working when COVID came, right? When COVID came. So even on the business perspective, you look at the board. Charlie. Please, can you hear me?
Mm.
The Zoom just restarted. I don't know why. All right. So I was making an example with the remote working when COVID-19 came, right? So the board would definitely sit to deliberate on whether to go remote. And then you know that when you are going remote, there are certain tools that now your employees or your staff needs to use, right? So on the people perspective, you are looking at how ready your staff will be. So some companies will take the time to train. I'm sure people got to know of Zoom when COVID like came, right? Zoom that was when, let me say, no, Zoom became popular during COVID. Get even though it was there, but it became popular during COVID. So people have to know how to use Zoom meetings. People have to now find ways, how to work remotely, right? Platforms that they can use to do their reporting. And then, leaders also need ways to track the output or the productivity of their team, right? So in the people's perspective, you look at the gaps in them, and then also you fill in that, right? And then in governance perspective, you look at, okay, when you go remote, yes, we will have to probably buy a paid version of Zoom, right? But then we are saving more on electricity because we don't have to operate the office 247, or we have less staff coming in. So we'll save electricity, all those things. That's also comes to the governance perspective. And they also get to say, okay, we are still getting the best out of our employees, and then we are getting our return on investment, whilst paying less, right? On the platform perspective, yes, we also still look at the tools that they are going to work. So I know some companies, especially those who work on ticketing systems, right? You have to log in into the platform to clock in your time, and then you have to be on the platform that you used to work till work time is over. The moment you log out, it's like you've left your job place, right? So on the platform perspective, if I'm in the office, I'll be normally working, right? But as I'm outside, there is a platform to work on, right? On the security perspective too, you look at, okay, how protected our data is now that they are operating outside the office environment. Now that they are operating outside the office environment, how are our information secured? Because they are taking it to their homes, right? They have families, people who come there. So what are the things, what are the measures that we are putting in place so that we still have like our data protected just as in a normal work area? So it's just like the perspective just looks at how you ensure security. And then operations perspective, when you come to the office, you have your usual day-to-day activities that you run, right? At the end of a quarter, you have to do reporting, right? High performance reporting, and then all that. And then your year-to-year business operation. So at the employee level, at the junior staff level, you are looking at how they will go about their day-to-day work. If they have to run errands, if they have to send emails. Normally at the office, it's just a call away, or if they have to submit reports, it's just printing it and then coming to your office and then all that. But this time you have to use emails. And then how productive are people becoming, right? On the leader's perspective or the leader's level, you are looking at how you are monitoring your people, how they are working, and then tracking productivity, right? And then also doing reports on your teams. And then on a year to year, we are looking at the high level of affairs. We are looking at, okay, this year when we moved remote, probably we even had increase in productivity, or it was average, or it's just the same as Muse. You don't have the YouTube link. I'll send it. Right, I'll send it when I'm done with this one. Right, so you are looking at the day-to-day activities that goes by. The operations. That's the operations perspective. So how do you use the framework? So each stakeholder from each perspective uses this framework to assess and then align their areas. So as I said, so in each of these perspectives, there are people that that are there, or there are stakeholders that are in charge of each perspective. So each stakeholders in each perspective uses the framework to assess and then align them to their areas, right? And it also helps you identify gaps in skills and then processes, and then prioritize training, staffing, and then organizational changes, right? It's also provide principles and patterns for implementing new cloud solutions or migrating on-premises workload. And with security, it's like security controls are structured and implemented based on the organizational needs. And the last one is operation teams define and adapt operating procedures for successful cloud adoption, right? So in summary, it's like these are the guidelines, right? These are the guidelines that you use to actually test your readiness. Now, whilst you assess your readiness, if there are gaps, you try to fill in these gaps, right? If it has to do with is it sensitizing your staff or the leaders have putting other measures in place before moving. So it more or less like it doesn't end there, right? It more or less like it doesn't end there. When you test your readiness and then you identify gaps, you feel it or you work on those gaps, and then you come back and then use the framework again to test it till you know that, okay, you are fully ready, you are fully aligned before you now proceed, right? Before you now proceed to and even that you still do it, I mean, bit by bit. So whilst you are moving in there, you now come back, you now use the well-architected framework to guide, right, implement or architect your infrastructure, your cloud infrastructure, while looking at the best practices involved, right? So this is more or less like before. The adoption framework is like before you move to the cloud, and then well-architected framework is while in the cloud, you use that to ensure that you are conforming to the best practices as far as as far as cloud computing is concerned. So that's basically about the cloud adoption framework. So I'll take questions. Asa. Who will miss a question?
Someone can see this question.
I said, so yes, I'll take questions. I said I will take questions. What here? Okay, we'll miss a questions then.
Hello, Isaac.
Yes, boss.
How are you?
I'm well. Please yourself.
Doing well.
Great. Please, I cannot hear you. Or you're just asking about how I'm doing.
Yes. I'm just asking how you are.
Brofo.
Adelali, you right already, right?
You're right already.
Yeah. My tree.
Brofo. I also the minimum and Brofo.
There's a money to
Prince, if it this guy he write a post say they can't give away, he left for the jet link there. No?
slow. Oh, seriously.
Make people
Dalali
cook up.
slow.
Make people cook up.
Dalali slow.
Massa,
Where it is? We forbid them.
Brother, I'm
Awala.
trying.
Brother.
Isaac.
Yo.
Brother,
Isaac,
let me call
what
Jot
happened? My call drop.
Oh.
The call drop. Pick up me.
Why in the Mokotro when you know like any dinner after I didn't know. Him there, me the Aisha me bag him. Oh, seriously. we put midnight to it, bed 30 minutes later, we go share. Sunday me charge no way center home. Now the thing is, some
boss,
rock
how
for them,
But it's man come back.
yeah. Mint no ne some rock for them make far. People
Brenda,
might be suspicious.
I've been dread. I did. Oh, I
I'll
Oh,
throw
is it was
paper as well.
Or then check up back.
Jet links woman a scratch paper, so
You are able to write on it. Yeah.
I want
Yeah,
my pen kawa.
yeah, they give pen and paper. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Mm.
Then I chose the right.
Just link there, forget to. About you center
Oh, the
with
place
the
be cool.
center with the airport.
The
If you got
woman should go chop watch it. Should go chop watch it. When she come up for them.
Hey,
the woman
how
is
you know
good.
say how you know say then they go job watching for there.
The co guy go there way. She know did there. She go chop watch it.
They say she go break.
Mostly.
They go by
Oh
what?
yeah. But you go some guy be there, some security guy be there. You go some security guy be there where you go welcome you, then you go inside and things. Yeah, you
But
go and then
the place be feeling.
oh, it be nice. You go
be
and then
nice,
give you table, make the seat.
It
They will give you. They will give you coffee and biscuits.
be gated house.
Eh.
The place check like
yeah, it be gated house. Yeah, it be gated
gated
house.
house. So you go enter now, then they go busy if you get exams. If you get exams, then you go proceed. If you don't get exams now, then you go start the try bounce you off. But it be cool
Nice.
place though. Very
Nice.
serene.
Parking space there. Or if a park
No,
park
no.
outside.
You park outside.
No.
Oh,
It be gated. So
Park outside. Be gated.
Nice. Friday
Maybe
is in
I choose than someone.
But but like I feel the reception they give me for Jetlink.
I think
then get local.
one more with the banana.
ID cards you carry go?
I want TV Anna.
They were like a reception, you know.
No reception.
Reception. I hear.
Okay, reception.
That's
Reception.
You know, it wouldn't call. Reception it wouldn't call.
And now they like a reception.
Basically, could do flash that fast. Let's say
One more demand baby.
Yeah, say
one more.
Okay, which fancy with that?
You guys,
guy infused fancy.
people go think they sell them. No go cut up.
But who say the rep for dance man?
I know the Babsa.
Hey, you didn't buy
I know the Babu.
But I think honestly, this session, like whatever you are discussing in is gonna. I made mention to Isaac the day after the day I finished writing my exams that like those AI tools, sometimes they will ask you about 2 or 3 questions from there. Those AI tools, Amazon recognition, Amazon Lex, and all those
the polydentins. No?
Today
we see Amazon Kendra.
Amazon Kendra, yes, Amazon Kendra, Amazon Lex, Amazon recognition. Then there are 4. There are 4 of them.
I saw the Amazon Lex.
Lex, yeah.
Amazon Lex, Amazon Kendra, Amazon recognition, then Amazon Macy. Amazon Macy.
Yeah, Macy. Now glue na the A.
So code commit,
Macy personal details then things there.
Muse, we are deviating. It has been like that every day.
We are deviating.
Oh, a newcomer now.
Oh, a newcomer now. The Macy it be the passwords, then your username, then things on there.
Yeah. Your credit card information, the intention.
Okay.
You didn't hear keep. Oh, okay.
You didn't hear. But this is not for be new.
Okay, so you people, you know, go base question. Me now base question. So who are the stakeholders in the various perspectives? Right. So the business perspective, we are looking at, like as I said, the executive leadership, right? Board members, those people. At the finance sector, we are looking at your CFO, we are looking at your finance team, you're looking at your budget owners, like that are responsible for your financial planning and then budgeting, right? You're also looking at your legal and compliance teams, your compliance officers, your risk management professionals, and then all those people. You're also looking at your procurement people, right? Their procurement and then vendor management teams who are responsible for managing the contract and then the vendor relationship. So those are the stakeholders under the business perspectives. You are also looking at, in the people's perspective, you are looking at what? HR. You are looking at your IT, your CTO, your CIO, those people. You are looking at your IT operations team, your IT administrator, your IT support staff, and then we are also looking at development teams, right? So developers, you are looking at the sided name for software engineers. You are looking at your DevOps teams and those people. So that's the people's perspective. At the governance perspective, yes, you should also find security and compliance teams. That is the security officers, the compliance professionals, and then the IT security team. So it's like in each perspective or each level of management or each level of leadership, you are looking at the people responsible for what? Security, right? You are looking at your audits, your internal and then external auditors. You are looking at your risk management professionals. That's the governance perspective. And then on platform perspective, yes, you are looking at your architect, right? Your network, okay. This is where okay good day. You are looking at your network architect, your network and then infrastructure teams, right? You are also looking at your application teams. So I say you said she's what, an application support something. So this is where the platform perspective people also come in, or these are the stakeholders under the platform perspective. And then under operations perspective, you are still looking at IT operations teams, you are looking at IT support teams, you are looking at service management teams, right? People that are responsible for incident response and then all that. So here you can have incident response teams here, people under the cybersecurity and then all those things, people there, right? You can also find them under security as well. So security teams, you are looking at cybersecurity professionals, you are looking at compliance teams, and then you are also looking at the application team as well. So some of the stakeholders may find themselves in maybe two or more perspectives, right? So that's
especially CIO, Chief Information Officer.
yes, the CIA
You
is
find them in like CIO, you find them in 3 or 4.
yes,
Business people, governance platform.
exactly. Okay. Any other question? Okay. It looks
But
like
Charlie, honestly, Prince Nati, that picture you take with your DP, I sure could me. I figure it be the instructor every day here.
Isaac,
yeah,
yo, I beg, I don't want to be something.
base.
I don't know, like there's the one be say like all these people where you call in
Mhm,
these categories,
mhm.
like they be freelancers or they in the organization, which intends to
No,
which
so
intends migrate to the cloud.
yeah, so as the adoption framework is mainly for organizations who are trying to adopt cloud technology, right? So the adoption there is like, adoption per se. You are going to use a cloud technology. So a framework to guide you just to see how ready your whole organization is. You get it? So
Yeah.
so it's something that you look through to. So this one is just telling us what the adoption the framework is, but this is not the framework. Do you understand? So the people that
Okay.
I've mentioned, the stakeholders that I've mentioned, might be part of the organization that are moving to, that are trying to adopt a cloud technology, right? Some of the stakeholders that I've mentioned might be different. The names might be different in our various organizations, right? You understand? Because I mean, people have positions for everything, like different the same positions but different names. You understand? and an
Okay.
IT and an IT manager somewhere might be a technology officer somewhere. You understand? They might just call
Yeah.
him technology officer. Some people too don't use manager or officer, they use lead. So IT lead, HR
No
lead,
support.
those things. So it depends on who you are. Yeah, so there is Bukai has posted a picture that summarizes the adoption framework. So we can also make reference to that. In this is like a very summarized one. Yeah, so the people I've
Okay.
mentioned, yes, it mostly people these are people in the organizations, right? So
Okay. Okay.
if yeah, so I remember when we were using an ERP, like it was a Microsoft Nav Dynamics. When we were about to deploy it, right, the board members has to do meetings, like series of meetings, to understand that is it really what there is, it like, is it something that they need at that point in time? Are they capable to do it, and then all that, right? And then finance people have to come in, right, to look at the costs involved, to get to understand that, okay, looking at the maybe like their investment, and then looking at how much is required to adopt this ERP system, would they be able to maximize like one production and also make like more from it, unlike what we are doing currently? You get it? And then after that, down
Yeah.
the IT team has to also come in. I remember I was part in that meeting, right? They were asking us, I mean, is it something that that is okay? We'll look at the whole UI and then the UX to see that, okay, it's fixed us. Okay, no, remove this thing, add this thing. So we were more or less like we were part of this whole, I mean, the development process, right? Before we had to do a test run. So for the people to use it for some time to get to understand how it works, right? And then when it comes to data, we're asking, because we're the same people, the IT team now, we're the same people acting as the stakeholders at the security level, right? So we were from people, we are the people perspective, we are the platform perspective, and then we also found at the security and then operations perspective. You get it? Because each of those perspectives, we had different concerns there. So security, how are our data protected? How are our users going to be handled there, right? How is the password policies are like? Is it flexible? Is it something that you can use it even when you are not on-prem? You get it? And all those things. And then
Yeah.
we're looking at our operations. How is it going to help us? How is it going to, I mean, expedite things, right? So that is it.
No. Okay.
So there's not basically freelancers. I mean, yes, there are companies that might not have all these people there.
Consultant.
They might not have all these people there. So yes, they might hire people to actually come and do those services for them, like as a consulting service. When they are done, and then
That
they
that
are
is
yeah. So
that
that's
is
it.
where my question is stemmed from. So I
Yes.
thought maybe
So
they all needed to be in the
no, you don't.
organization moving.
Is
So
yes,
if
it
you
doesn't
hire
have
from
to
outside,
necessarily. Yes, it doesn't have to necessarily be that you are in the company. But as I said, companies might not have it, so they can have people come on consulting basis when they are fully now have adopted it. Then they move.
yeah.
I think Dari at a point was consulting for firms, right, to guide them as to the right technologies to use on AWS and then all that. Immediately they are fully on the platform, and then they are using it. His work is done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Any more question? Right. Looks like plenty people are here for the questions. Okay, today we are doing another set of questions. Again, let me open AWS boy. Okay. Yesterday we looked at this one, so today we will look at this.
Another black screen.
Oh. I don't know if there's a way to change this. Or if I change it to dark mode, it will invert the colors. Wait, yeah. Even would they see? Oh,
Yeah, live and clear. What do you see?
okay. And this one, if for be on PC, if not, it will be difficult. Okay, so Moko go. A research team is conducting its work. I beg, make somebody read, give me. I beg. Adiatrame.
Okay, I mean, so we got it. Anyone hear me?
We dey hear you.
Okay. Like I just wanted to go ahead. Okay. So a research team conducting its work in remote locations of the world without internet access wishes to leverage Amazon services for their storage. The team collects petabytes of information at a time. Which service will best meet to transfer the petabytes of information? A, Amazon S3, B, AWS Snowball, B, Amazon Elastic Block Store, and C, Amazon S3 Glacier. I think a lot of people are going with the AWS, but this Snowball, say B.
Guys, so this website,
But why
I
they
think
mix up the
then the fool.
I bet send me.
Who did D have a shazi? Yes, so guys, if your answer is D, kindly choose D. Why? You kindly just write D as it is. Men should be. What is?
Let we use 1, 2, 3, 4 now. We get
Beg, somebody doing websites, they help you. He's bound to do mistake. For all you know, this whole website, one person pay the manager.
Okay, boss, you can continue.
Okay. Which of the following can be used as an additional layer of security to using a username and password when logging into the AWS console? C, root access privileges. B, secondary password. A, multi-factor authentication. And B, secondary user name. Okay, yeah. So I think this one we have A and C, which is multi-factor authentication name.
Yeah, so guys, let's use the 1, 2, 3 because from the equals one, I know the bab.
No, but if people they complain, say why the answers or now the person type, he changed the code, he shuffled the answers, but I don't get rid of the every single letter. Now you put the complaint. If I be, I go shut down the website.
you shuffle the letters that
You walk from there, I'm a so Charlie, it's uncle to questions. There no letters. Charlie, was that one of the questions? Not there was no letters.
Yeah.
Let's use numbers.
At least today they see the question number. Sir.
Yeah.
Today we see the question number there.
The guy in code they do them every day.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure he
Chale, it'll be easy. It'll be easy. Kakra.
Yes, small. Or we can still look at the
So
latest and
which AWS this one will carry give up?
Eh?
Even though the problem data site is always online.
it'll be highly available.
Nice one.
And what card adoption, what well architected framework will you give to it?
Reliability.
Brady, what been in red?
My show.
Okay, 3.
I think he also has operational excellence problem.
Operational excellence.
Isaac.
Mm-hmm.
No, I say he has an operational excellence problem. Look at the way he has
yes, exactly. He has operational excellence problem.
After them watching
Ajay. I say connect one.
So, which of the below cannot be used to get data from Amazon Glacier? AWS console, AWS S3 lifecycle policies, AWS Glacier SDK, AWS Glacier API.
These people, they don't be serious in life, eh?
Yeah. So it looks a lot of people are going there. AWS S3 lifecycle policies. Okay, Okan says it's AWS console.
But I beg. Okay, you make go.
I know the question they can be.
You know,
Yeah.
So no get the data from the console.
So well. Make we answer them good.
An ELB instance is configured with a default health check and response timeout intervals as 30 seconds and 5 seconds respectively. How long will it take for an instance within a target group to be labeled as out of service if it goes down a second after the latest health check?
Mathematics all come inside.
Me, this thing, the more you delay, the more you forget. That ELB is at go. You see the riff.
Load balancer.
Yeah.
35 minus 1.
Formula no the amount of 35 minus 1, the formula.
Okay, so I see more.
ELB almighty formula. No.
Okay. The company is moving a large application to AWS using a set of EC2 instances. A key requirement is reusing existing server-bound software license. Which of the following options is the best for satisfying the requirement? Okay. First one.
Sometimes spy the chat inside. If you see the answers flowing or then stop reading. Why? these people they don't have patience.
Isaac.
You.
Isaac. What be the difference between dedicated host and dedicated instance?
Make somebody explain.
Dedicated host, it be hardware. Right? Hardware within dedicate give you make you use.
Yeah.
With that one, it be you now your licenses you could use. But the dedicated instances, it be AWS will give you the license way you go use. You go choose the license give you make you use.
So what be the difference? So now the difference with dedicated instance, the reserved instance.
Okay, so this is how I understand it. The dedicated instance, the dedicated host is the physical, how do I put it?
Reserve.
The physical service that
physical reservation.
Yeah, that is the physical service that are allocated to your company or your business, right? But then for the dedicated instance, they are like EC2 instances that you how do I put it? They have like, I think it's a fixed price that you pay for.
So can you say dedicated instance is the same as reserved instance?
No,
it's not the same.
no.
Dedicated is just to you.
Sure?
Yeah.
Dedicated is just to you, like you personalize it, you no go share with anybody. Reserved instances, it dey there. Anybody way if he like he need them at that particular point in time, he go take them. If
you go reserve them, okay.
Everybody reserve. So the person where go need them early, you go take. Then another one go take. Like be your own, although you reserve.
Yeah.
I don't know if you debate what I talk.
Oh, debate.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yep.
Yeah, speak.
The dedicated host to allows you to add your own compliance configurations.
Okay.
It be who they talk about.
Thank you.
Like
from what are they gathered? You see, dedicated instance may share hardware with other instances from the same AWS account.
Exactly, yes.
That are not dedicated instance.
Yes.
Yes.
But the
Charlie, you go feel repeat that. You go feel repeat that.
Dedicated instances may share hardware with other instances from the same AWS account that are not dedicated instances.
Yeah.
So let's say the company go in for dedicated instance.
Yeah.
Where maybe that account a request for other EC2 instances that are not dedicated. AWS can choose to use this, the two of them all will share one hardware.
Yeah, the hardware there no be your problem. Just be the instance when they reserve give you. The hardware there.
This one, I don't talk about dedicated host too. I talk about the dedicated instance and reserved instance. Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's continue.
Next one. You have a set of EC2 instances hosted on the AWS cloud. The EC2 instances are hosting a web application. Each of the following acts as a firewall to your VPC and the instances in it. Choose two answers from the options below. Okay, here are the answers. Usage of network access control list, usage of internet gateway, usage of AWS config, usage of security groups. Usage of NACL, and then usage of security groups. Yeah, sure, yeah, my name for.
Hey, more bion. I beg everybody, make everybody reschedule them and it. Tomorrow, everybody
choose somebody choose one too. I want to see maybe the reason why you choose the one.
Okay, Casey, I think today we have but we still have 1 hour. Casey, we want to understand. Okay, I'll say it was a mistake. All right, that's fine. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Make everybody reschedule your exam. Tomorrow they go right. Latest by Tuesday, everybody go finish. Hey, boy, you be brilliant like that.
Yeah, somebody answer. Judy say after boy.
Judy says she don't get patience at all. Once you go to continue.
Okay. Which of the following services allows you to analyze EC2 instances against defined security templates to check vulnerabilities. Yeah, vulnerability inspector. Yeah. So yeah, the last one, 4.
Quiz master, they give the answers fast, pal.
Christmas, I know go allow
Either be
make people think small. No, then you answer the question.
quick.
No,
Maybe I do there.
Christmas, you go count. You give the power to the people. The majority.
Yeah. Make them now choose them answer. But some of them, if they are obvious, yes, we'll definitely just select and then move on. All right.
Okay. Christmas, we know say you know the answers, but you give the power to the people.
I know, but like for about something, I see say squad put 4. So that's why I mentioned and I mentioned.
Okay.
But power to the people always.
Okay. Sure.
All right.
So select 2 statements that describe the main roles of AWS application framework, firewall, and AWS Shield. Okay, so let me read it. AWS WEF. Okay, I'm seeing it. AWS WEF is the application firewall that includes AWS Shield. 2 and 3. Okay, so I'm seeing 2 and 3. 3 and 5. 3. 2 guys 2. You have to pick 2. Two and 3.
Okay, so we are selecting 2, exactly.
Yeah, so I think it's 23.
I see 2, 3, 3, 5. 2, 3. 2, 3, okay. Web application firewall and AWS Shield are fully managed services. AWS service includes AWS Shield, service that present distributed now.
You are the architect of a custom application running inside your corporate data center. The application runs with some unresolved bugs that produce a lot of data inside custom log files, generating time-consuming activities to the operation team who is responsible for analyzing them. You want to move the application to AWS using EC2 instances, and at the same time, take the opportunity for improving logging and monitoring capabilities, but without touching the application code. What AWS service should you use to satisfy the requirements? Okay, I'm saying for AWS CloudWatch. I think this one is self-explanatory.
No, the application to your is kind of team and take the opportunity for improving logging and monitoring.
What about the first one? AWS application nodes.
We have two answers for both.
Because the CloudWatch logs is for the resources that the application uses. So it gives you the details on that. But the application logs, it's more likely that if there's an error in the application that's running, then you get the logs for the errors. That's how I understand it, but I might be wrong. If someone can check.
The question says the application runs with some unresolved bugs that produce a lot of data inside custom log files. So The answer is in the question, but let's hope we know what we know.
So what are we doing? The cloud watch looks.
So we'll go with one because I have three answers.
Majority leads it.
Yes, we go with one. I have three responses for 1, 2 responses. More makano. Muni munjimu answer me boy.
I didn't win my own can be sending there.
But if you be exam, you no go feel left the question like that. We'll bring your answer.
You go skip up. If your exam, you go skip up. Cloud watch logs. Hey, you did say cloud watch logs.
But power to the people.
Power to the people.
No.
So if there is a requirement to host EC2 instances in the AWS cloud, wherein the utilization is guaranteed to be consistent for a long period of time, which of the following would you utilize to ensure cost are minimized? Reserve, I can see one, reserve instances.
Fancies in this one there. I told you line so.
Hey, now which one to be regular instances?
You're asking us.
Hey. Yeah, so
An organization runs several EC2 instances inside a VPC using 3 subnets, one for development, one for test, one for production. The security team has some concerns about the VPC configuration and requires to restrict the communication across the EC2 instances using security groups. Which of the following options is true for security groups? I've seen 4. I saw 2 numbers. What was the other one? 4 notes. 3. Okay. None of them are. Praise 2. I thought, okay, because I thought like a security group can only be changed when the instance is running.
We could allow the people to choose. If you whoever choose otherwise will say sorry.
Master 10 lecture.
You see?
But Isaac,
Yo.
I know they see answers.
You don't see my
Then
answers.
you know class you. You know they type your answers.
Well, I for type my
I'm
answer.
not
We back on my dream. Okay, I'm gonna start the type my answers. Okay, so go with 4. I did with Ben. Hey, Edu, how? Can you as a kid only there's no way there's this one cries is
this one every bala, this one every bala.
None of the above.
Me quite sure because at least that should be running. You can change it when it's running, but let's move on.
Which of the following statements are false when it comes to elasticity? Choose 2 answers from the options given below. False when it comes to elasticity. 2 and 4. Two and four. Diverting traffic across multiple regions. Diverting traffic.
Anybody will get this thing wrong. It means say yes, you know come or night they sleep.
2 and 4.
Anybody will get this one wrong. If you say yes, night they bed or now he know they
So let's pick the majority 2 and 4.
Hey, Prince Nati.
Make you no mind. I go make you go and stand outside right now. I go make you go stand outside right now. What's we could go?
Okay, so whilst running an application on an EC2 instance behind an elastic load balancer, an administrator receives a 504 error on the browser. What does it mean?
504 error if you what?
I think
I know for yeah.
It's 7. Not like me. Okay, I'm saying 3. Four. 1. 8. 2.
Yeah, the
504. I'll go for B. I been so
Okay, so what's 2? That's what we are seeing. Okay, so your company is planning to move. Once you already okay, never mind. Your company is planning to move to the AWS cloud. You need to give a presentation on the cost perspective when moving existing resources to the AWS cloud. When it comes to Amazon EC2, which of the following is an advantage when it comes to the cost perspective? I think it's okay. That's yeah. The one is obvious. So 2. Which of the following can be used to spin up EC2 instances on the AWS cloud? Okay, I'm seeing one. Okay. So Amazon machine. Which of the following AWS services use serverless technology? Choose 2. Okay. See, Angie's supposed to be 2. Serverless. Dynamo. S3. Guys, we are picking 2, no 1.
Wahala.
Okay. AWS is key. Oh.
Everyone is search. If you threw everyone is search. That was the wahala. S3 where dodge. What is serverless? Arabo pe Lambda. Lambda is not here. Hey, where my pending? 16.
Say a number of 1 and 4. Dynamo and auto scaling. Awesome. On to the next.
1 and 3.
Which of the following terms refers to a geographical location in AWS? Someday. Okay. So your company is planning to pay for an AWS support plan. They have to follow. They have the following requirements as far as the support plan goes: 24/7 access to cloud support engineers via email, chat, and phone, and then response time of less than 1 hour for a business critical. Yeah, this one you know the answer to that. 111 enterprise. Okay.
Business critical. Yebeti.
Your company is planning to use the AWS cloud, but there's a management decision that resources need to be split department-wise, and the decision is tending towards managing multiple AWS accounts. Okay, yeah, one, you see one. This one. Okay, which of the following features of Amazon RDS allows for better availability of databases? Choose to better availability of databases. Okay, 2 and 4. Video replicas, multi availability zones. 2 and 4. Okay. Why is Amazon DynamoDB service best suited for implementation in mobile Internet of Things and gaming applications? DynamoDB is a fully managed database instance with no infrastructure online. Okay, I'm seeing for DynamoDB is successful. Yeah. Okay. Next. Which of the following scenarios is most appropriate to implement Amazon Elastic Cache in order to improve on performance? Most appropriate for Elastic Cache to improve performance. Let me read the answers. Where they are, okay, I'm seeing 4, 2, 4, 3. So where there are frequent reads of dynamic context on a web application, 4 is where there are infrequent random reads static content. I'm seeing plenty there, so I think we should go down. I'm saying 4, 2, 8. Two. Okay, so I'm going to where there are frequent reads of nothing. So each statement is accurate about AWS budgets and costs to explore. Is one okay. One. That's what okay, I'm saying 1, 2. One. I think we don't go to the next one.
Okay, so yeah.
Which of the following options is true regarding the vulnerability and security assessment on AWS resources? Let me read it. So it's not permissible to run vulnerability and penetration tests on AWS resources without the prior consent and approval of AWS. AWS is responsible for cloud security of the cloud, vulnerability and penetration testing. And penetration testing is not permissible and unnecessary on AWS resources and infrastructure. The next one, an organization can contract. Okay, I'm seeing it for vulnerability and security assessments can be conducted on specified resources. Okay. So for it is, your company wants to move an existing Oracle database to AWS Cloud. Which are the following services? Okay, two. Yeah. Two. The which of the following can be used to increase fault tolerance of an application? Fault tolerance. Multiple availability. Yeah. Next. Okay, which of the following storage options provides the option of life cycle policies that can be used to move objects to archive storage from same to
Yes, if we do it, then things say when I brain be small hours. Sick of the hacker we did it and bring glacier. Hey, that's an aqua glacier, right?
Your company has just started using the resources of AWS Cloud. You want to get an idea on the cost being incurred so far for the resources being used. How can this be achieved? So you want to get an idea of cost being incurred so far. Okay, one. Okay, the next one. Your company is planning to host resources in the AWS cloud. They want to use services which can be used to couple resources hosted on the cloud. Which of the following services can help fulfill this requirement? Simple. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Simple. Thanks. Okay. So your design team is planning to design an application that will be hosted on AWS Cloud. One of their main functional requirements is giving below. Reduce interdependencies so failure does not impact other components. Okay, two. Yeah. Decoupling. Next. A company wants to have a database hosted on AWS. As much as possible, they want they want to have control over the database itself. Yeah, one. Have control over the database itself. Yeah, one. Which of the following services, which of the following services is most useful when disaster recovery method is triggered in AWS? I'm seeing for Amazon notification, the Amazon simple notification service. 2 and 4. Amazon 5. I've seen more fours than twos. Two. Four. You need one more person on either side. Isaac, I don't think I've seen your answer.
What?
If you don't know, you don't answer. Oh. By force.
So let's just pick one and move to the next. I'll lean towards
Wow.
let's go with two. I've seen more twos now, please.
This question is typical. They say if you hear sound of hoofs hitting the ground, don't think zebra, think horse. This be a typical question.
Yeah. Four, yes, four is it. I also lean to four because four is like the odd one out. Inspector.
But I also thought like the route 53, like it's like reroutes and like traffic. I'm on.
But 53, if you did, well, maybe just select one.
Route 53 be DNS resolution service. It's a DNS service. So,
Maybe you get disaster recovery since.
where?
Yeah, that be why I talk say think horse, not zebra, because Route 53 in a way to be used for disaster recovery.
It is
If
possible.
maybe one region goes down, you can take reroute.
Yeah, it is possible. So let's choose one and go.
Okay, so we will go through that. That was.
You have an EC2 instance in development that interacts with S3. The EC2 instance is going to be promoted to the production environment. Which of the following features should be used?
I said this people.
Okay, so why does it take 24 to 48 hours for changes to be made to a hosted zone in Amazon Route 53 to reflect globally? Why does it take 24 to 48 hours to see changes? The energy zones around the world can only reflect the changes in the cache after time to live has expired. Interesting. I'm seeing lots of runs. Let's put down and move to the next. I'm seeing I saw one too. Okay, one. Okay. A live online game uses DynamoDB instances in the backend to store real-time scores of participants. Okay. QGIS2. Okay. As they compete against each other from different parts of the world. Okay.
Now this question, I see I'm one third. This is the second time I see this question.
Which of the following can be attached to EC2 instances to store data? Which of the following networking components can be used to host EC2 resources in AWS? Network components. Thing for one. Vertical is one.
That's it.
There is a requirement to collect important metrics from RDS and EC2 instance. Which service would be useful to fulfill? Hey,
I chose one.
Okay. So which service will be used to collect important metrics? Yeah, it is from download. So a company is deploying a two-tier highly available web application to AWS. The application needs a storage layer to store artifacts such as photos and pictures. Which of the services can be used as an underlying storage mechanism? You understand what I'm S3 and S3 agility. So one. Hey, you don't click on.
So now yes, you do no. So no. Open time for you.
Oh, yeah, so
So which AWS cloud service helps in quick deployment of resources, which can make use of different programming languages such as Net and Java? Okay, just saying we should go back.
who's else we go? Please. Okay.
Don't say this question if they put Amazon artifact.
Yeah, you dey verify.
Yeah, you won't verify.
You dey verify. Miss Saf, man, my brain makes a way. They do like EBS.
Oh, I see photos and videos. No, I don't see the S3.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
highly available. The instance store, if you watch, me I forget.
It be the one that they attach where if you restart the instance now, they tear. You go lose your data.
Yeah. Yeah, temporary storage, yes.
Okay, so which cloud service helps in quick deployment of resources? I'm seeing for elastic beats. And what does it do?
Deployment.
And
It helps you like to quickly deploy your applications.
yeah, since there are a lot of us, let's go down.
They only got the service.
The company handles a crucial e-commerce application. This application needs to have uptime of at least 99.5%. There's a decision to move the application to the cloud. Which of the following deployment strategies can help build a robust architecture for this application? A, B or D? Yeah, B or D. Okay, I'm saying D. I mean 4, that's what I mean. 4. Okay, so majority. Multiple regions. Which of the following does AWS perform on its behalf for EBS governance to make them less prone to failure? Let me know the answers. Okay, I'm seeing two. Replication of, I'm seeing three. Seeing two. So it's replication of the volume in the same availability zone. Seeing three. Replication of one above availability. Yeah, I think three is my idea. Let's
Isaac,
put three.
please mark this question.
Yeah, sure.
Whereas I think three is the majority. Isaac, you did.
Yeah, I did. I did think about that. Hey, wait, make I go back. It looks like we have a lot of twos. Yeah,
But
we
if
have.
availability zone goes down, won't
Yeah, guys, let's think of this thing. If the data is still replicated in the same availability zone, right? If the data is replicated in the same availability zone, then it's definitely going to be. I mean,
Select three and we will go.
Charlie, power to the people. Why we still have more threes, so. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so
okay, which are the following features of RDS allows you to reduce the load on a database while reading data?
redrop service. Okay. Okay, so it's the service and the availability zone. Okay, so that's all right. Yeah, I'm see 18. We'll go.
Okay. So which of the following AWS web services can be referred to as serverless? Lambda.
Is that Alpha?
Select three.
Select three.
Dynamic.
Right, why they laugh? Right, why they laugh?
A company is planning on moving to the cloud. Once the movement to the cloud is complete, once the movement to the cloud is complete, they want to ensure that the right security settings are in place. Which tool can assist from a security compliance? Select two. Guys, that's big two. Between the security compliance, 2 and 3. These are the following components of the cloud front services can be used to distribute content to users across the globe. The company currently has an application which consists of a net layer which connects
.NET.
to this one. And guys, please, I'll be back in the way for my end, so I don't want to do something like
Sharp,
The
sharp,
company
sharp.
currently has an application which consists of a .NET layer which connects to the MySQL. Shall I answer his name about? They now want to move this application onto AWS. They want to make use of all AWS features such as high availability and automated backups. Which of the following would be an ideal database in AWS to migrate this for this requirement? High availability and automated backups. .NET layer. MySQL database. Replatform.
Replatform.
You are requested to expose your serverless application implemented with AWS Lambda to HTTP client using HTTP proxy. Which of the following AWS services can you use to accomplish the task? Select two. Select two. Guys, answer his name now.
What do you think?
Can I note this question because
Yeah, right down. Okay, so 5 is constant.
the 2 and 5 more.
Why? Let's choose API gateway.
Which of the following security requirements are managed by AWS? Select 3 answers from the options given below.
What happened to our former reader? Richard, what happened?
Say they go do something.
Hey, Bobo. Isaac. It's Isaac in a sofa. It'll be easy.
Come on.
We
Okay.
select 3. Okay, so 1, 4, 5. This one, this disposal, hardware patching, physical security, this thing for not waste time. We're moving a customer. And you disagree. Even we disagree.
Yanko.
Administrator is looking to run their cloud infrastructure along best practices guidelines by leveraging on the inspector and trusted advisor services. Okay, which statement best describes how this can be done?
Questions like these, I'm relaxed.
I will read plenty.
You go read it. You go read finish and forget the question, sir.
If you answer to it.
I answer 2.
You select 2. Wait. Charlie. I do.
Yeah, I'll go with 4 and 5.
Oh, okay.
Prince, you be
Yeah.
trusted advisor. You know, be trusted supervisor.
Well, who sees supervisor for inside?
So, of the 3 you choose, no. The way the 3 talk say, it go highlight pending tax to be resolved.
Maybe supervisor you do that thing.
The supervisor will
The
be
supervisor
affected.
is that.
The lally run, eh?
Now watch you heard one.
Sorry, guys, based on this question,
Mm-hmm.
I beg most of us who we are yet to write. One of the things where we for check will be that choose straight that thing. Because sometimes tension goes you just
That one
take
every day
one
they
and
talk.
you go.
Every day they
That thing
talk.
they worry about.
But
Every
one,
day.
one thing I hear the time I go the center, the guy we are coach, just see like one thing you realize you see when he's done, he always goes back because you realize that sometimes he will figure say he picked the right answers, but sometimes like the two, maybe he will select one. So yeah, like we go over like once or twice. If you know. Yeah. Okay, so the next one. So which of the following disaster recovery deployment mechanisms that has the highest downtime? The highest downtime.
4.
Backup and restore. What is the pilot light? Does anyone know?
Pilot
I
light.
beg, we don't know. Make it jot them down, finish our
We check them.
In the
It be elimination by rough taxes.
So on to the next. Okay.
Let's go.
Okay, your company is planning to host a large e-commerce application on the cloud. One of the major concerns, okay, internet attacks, and which of the following will help mitigate this concern? Shield. You say two.
You too.
Upri.
This thing you just talk right now. Where
Yeah.
you come advise me.
Especially if you know the answer.
But guys, wait, the cloud front, does it also act as a security thing?
Yes.
How?
Yeah.
AWS shows
If you have
cloud front and then the WAF.
If you hack
they have inbuilt
cloud front, if you hack cloud front, you don't hack the server.
You don't have your
so going to be catch. If you hack cloud front,
yeah,
it not be the data source where you hack. I hope you get me. So going to be catch information in there. So if there is a synchronization, the server will bring back whatever it is in the server top. It get me.
Yeah.
Or make I explain that again.
Okay, if I understand you correctly, you said the cloud front it has
let's say a website. A website they use or web application use cloud front.
Yes.
It copy the website then the host stand for the cloud front, which is in the edge location. So if you open them, you see the website and everything. But the source is not the actual server, web server, but from the cloud front. You get me? If you try interact with the website, where the information you search is not in the cloud front, that be when you go to the main web server, then bring the information to you.
Okay.
You get me?
Yeah.
So it'd be more like a mirror.
Okay.
What I say?
Yeah. Okay. 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 So your company is planning to offload some of the batch processing workloads onto AWS. These jobs can be interrupted and resumed at any time. I'm saying one. What's
Now you did ask the question. You didn't go read the question finish.
so interrupted and resumed at any time. Isaac, you can move to the next one. Majority carry the weight.
As a code done now.
And Shweta would like to check if CloudFront's identity they created is making access API calls to an S3 bucket where a static website is hosted. Where can this information be obtained? Amazon Athena, by configuring Amazon Athena to run queries on CloudFront distribution. 2, in the web server. Hey, Isaac, you did take like a bit.
Hey, Isaac, Ada.
My mic. Oh, I didn't talk. My mic be muted.
Master, we don't want any problem. Chairman, I beg hand over. If I make it read, give you. We don't want any problem. I say continue the reading. You continue the reading.
They make lazy. Read the syllable.
Yeah, make you.
Yeah, make I read. Sure, me I know the bed. I they come do some people that I will give themselves. They will be better than me. If you bed, we go bed. I lie. I know bed.
AWS, like code of ethics. They do what you.
Is it? You where be your answers?
You dead.
Where be your answers? Someone who trepe. And everybody will repeat the answer 3.
They don't read them. They don't read.
An administrator would like to check if the Amazon CloudFront identity they created is making access API calls to an S3 bucket where the static website is hosted. Where can this information be obtained?
This question is so
weird.
There's API calls and then there's service.
CloudFront identity.
Say, what's it? Any zebra or
pongo.
You know what I do on it.
Who that?
Maybe you can.
Which of the following responsibilities? Okay, I read.
Which of the following is the responsibility of AWS according to the shared security model? When you shared security model, choose 3. Responsibility of AWS. This one, Monk. This one they more and then.
I mean, what
Hey,
does
okay.
this SOC stand? Like, what does it mean? What
Service organization control. This will be the
Prince,
AWS, Martin.
Prince, I beg you, no more fault.
And maybe your fault.
AWS shared. He said if you read share responsibility, right, they make me like you the AWS, so they share the
Like
responsibility.
you
So like you say some of the roles, some of the things it be you then like awareness the things it be you then AWS with.
You go
Yeah, but but no evidence. But this one is it the responsibility of AWS.
AWS, So now see that boy.
Right. Is that one is not part?
One is not processing.
Identity and access management. The see why. Hey. Right at the back, I will explain why.
Explain me, understand. It is part why.
We still have
right. I beg, explain.
Now I be like, I should say maybe you not read the question well. She say that if you maybe read them in the
If I reach, no.
Afana, Charlie. You not read them well. Cause that be the number one thing to.
Yeah. All right. When designing a system, you use a principle of design for failure and nothing will fail. Which of the following services or features of AWS can assist in supporting this design principle? Choose 3 answers. Wait there. Choose 3 answers, so you type 3. Currently, organization has an operational team that takes care of ID management in their on-premise data center. They now also need to manage users and groups created in AWS. Which of the following AWS tools would they need to use for performing these management functions? As an operational team that takes care of ID management in the on-premise data center, they now also need to manage users and groups created in AWS. All right. Okay. Using content delivery networking, an administrator would like to serve varying types of content based on the viewer's browser cookies. Which is the most appropriate serverless technique that can be used to achieve this?
Hey.
Using content delivery network. Using content delivery network, an administrator would like to serve varying types of content based on the viewer's browser cookies. Which of the following appropriate serverless?
Lambda at edge. Lambda at edge is really.
Eh?
Pasco for Pasco.
Swear, the way Judy answer the questions, be like either she see the Charlie.
Judith answer every question. Judith answer every question for AWS.
See, we get some questions here. 700. Judith answer all. Now she do the 1,000. Hey. 2,000 questions. So.
The question, no, she know the answer. She know the.
It shows say she did learn. That will be all.
It shows they not be too important.
She's reading wide. Even if you do a post she more.
She the soft Pasco.
Didn't they do too important? She did learn that thing.
But I beg. This break, we read the paper finish. This break, before do demos, before enter the lab, then practice. Trust me.
Yeah, we'll go do
otherwise, we'll get a certificate. But I know if you do pay.
The labs they will go. I mean, I talk say we'll go do the labs. We'll do the this thing finish. I'll go do the labs.
Hey, so Judith, who could say we went?
In response to CloudFront event, okay. Good. This is the first.
I feel like I know learn anything for this word inside.
Chairman. We intimidation pa.
So you squad if you the chat this thing, then me have a chat with. Like I'm not sure I'm going anything.
Cloud Essential has a virtual class. Okay, for lab sessions. Yeah.
Judith, they type faster than we even speak. I should say the chat. If we talk, type.
They use edge locations.
Hey, boys.
Cloud at 9.
You are planning on
Lambda at 9.
you are planning on deploying a web video-based application onto the AWS cloud. These videos will be accessed by users across the world. Which of the below services can help stream their content in an efficient manner to the users across the globe? Netflix. No, not be Amazon SES.
I can go clap give them.
A company is planning to migrate their on-premise service to the cloud. Which of the following would help them do a cost-benefit analysis of moving to the cloud? We soon. Yeah, man. Make we go back. Okay. Which of the below mentioned services is equivalent to hosting virtual servers on an on-premises location?
Which is a women corner everybody I say 65.
I tell you, by default.
Somebody go buy watch it. That be the beginning of his misery. He say AWS boy the thing or big banla. They go feel help.
By default, who from the below rows has complete administrative control over all resources in the respective AWS account?
Which can you? Some possible answers.
Hey, Raddy. Oh, I think that yeah, some more.
The guy tired.
Okay. You have a DevOps team in your current organization structure. They are keen to know if there is any service available in AWS which can be used to manage infrastructure as code. This one I will not finish. Which of the following can be met with such a requirement?
One.
Hey, William, because someone you select two. Guys, we have a tie. Okay, here's this one. Okay. And me too, I will go for one. Which of the following are features of an edge location? Choose three. Oh, this one is airful.
One, two, four.
Share. Hey, Judith.
Hey, Judith. Gerald say choose make you go 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 about. Judith, are you sure? Educational.
Judith don't know a funny answer.
You give the answer. You give the right answer.
Okay, you make a right answer since I have one, two.
Good balancer.
Exactly.
Education.
Yes, before I choose. Yes, this one, if you load balancer. Like this one, yes, this one be the duty of a load balancer. So these are the last question. After making changes to a record set in a Route 53 hosted zone and saving accordingly, an administrator immediately attempts to test for the new settings. All attempts are unsuccessful. What is the most plausible reason for this? Yes, in itself does not distribute content. That is why it says what? Okay, wait, let me go back. It is used, if anything, in conjunction with CloudFront, but then it doesn't also distribute load across resources. You understand? So with, let's say, elimination method or worst case scenario, distributing content to users is so that be what I explained. Yes, in itself doesn't, right? In itself doesn't, but those are like phrases that are closer, right, in terms of proximity to the users. But the first one also is actually not like an option, unless they say otherwise.
Prince, I beat you to it.
Well, we go get winner.
You be like this question.
Is that this question?
No, you don't repeat. It be related. We get related question.
Yeah.
Actually.
It be related, but repeat. I they can
95%.
make I go make sure say Nina select here.
Okay, I check. Go then Google. We check what me. I check what.
Okay. Guys, say be balance man select here. Mon blame me.
Me first. Mumbo me.
Disclaimer. Me issue disclaimer. Me pass it.
If you come on, you don't do a Prince.
100%. 100%.
95,
90.
Yeah,
I can say
look at them. 95%.
See a titi papa.
It's a 4.5.
Let's scroll up, we check it.
Oh wow.
Oh, you are.
Oh wow.
Bro, select this one. I think that's okay.
Yeah, you okay with it if this discussion. Which of the below cannot be used to get data from Glacier?
Because I remember say from the video that talk specifically say you know go fit access your S3 Glacier or S3 from the AWS
From the console.
Yeah, it talk.
Yeah, is it that you don't say that be I know the question they can ask.
So make we read about time in school. Hey, that's so.
So challenge show the 18 answer.
I say
note that the AWS console cannot be used to cannot be used to upload data. The console can only be used to create a Glacier vault, which can be used to upload the data.
The life cycle policies name.
Life cycle that be the second one. Option D. It's an XML file which comprises a set of rules with predefined actions that you want S3 to perform on object during their lifetime. Using this, you can have access to Glacier and work with it. And due to this, it is not correct. Yanzanim.
It's not the correct answer to our question. Okay.
The 34 seconds one.
Which is since
Yeah,
health check,
seconds.
since the health check runs every 30 seconds and the instance goes down 1 second into the cycle, it means 29 seconds will lapse before a new health check is run. additionally, it will take 5 more seconds of the ELB instance probing the instance that is down. Upon getting no response, it will then fail the health check. Therefore, 29 plus 5 is 34 seconds.
And so the people who picked the 34, they did all this calculation.
But this one,
formula no
It's
one 35 minus 1. Timeout interval is 30 seconds. And then, so just come out one for inside. Question 8. Select 2 statements that describes the main roles of a web application firewall and AWS Shield. AWS Shield is inherently available within web application firewall service at no extra cost. Oh, okay. A web application.
So it be WAF, then also CloudFront.
Yeah.
I want to read whether it will be true say they are both fully managed. Let me read and see.
Oh, but I don't be fully managed. You for configure.
If you be wrong there, that means yeah. If you be wrong, it means well, okay. So D.
So boys, something like this, no. If you're supposed to select 2, where you get one wrong,
what you mean now?
You get
wrong.
Waiting man do AWS. You have to wrong.
Because AWS Shield standard service currently comes with no additional charge, and the service is inherently available with AWS WAF and not vice versa. Incorrect, because AWS WAF includes AWS Shield and that comes at no additional because AWS WAF Shield are not fully managed services. They are not fully managed services. Okay.
You still don't understand.
I get that. Google.
Oh, but AWS for an IT exams, and they think it be cheap, Charlie. What CCNA will take to?
Oh, application logs the answer. Powerful.
No, CloudWatch logs be the answer.
CloudWatch logs.
Hey.
So this one, even though they said that the EC2 instance application what inside the custom log file still have the CloudWatch logs. Judith said it. There's CloudWatch logs.
Yeah, Judith. Yes, we told them. Judith, we told them.
We are sorry.
They didn't listen.
Okay, the big sets. It show them the show standard.
What will be my explanation? Like the assets.
Where?
Okay.
Oh, let's see the answer.
Yeah, let me see the answer. Like, why it's not this? Okay. I think it's TV. Okay, see the cloud. Listen, it says D, it does not exist.
Application logs no they exist.
But you squad, just say AWS, they do
Are you that what the video it takes and
but this question only be from AWS. If you somebody who creates dumps and
that means saying can you application logs and get answer.
AWS application logs does not exist. Ask a questions your debate was doing like questions where we get diverse answers. We get that one. Question 16 too. Wait. You can change a security group associated to an instance if the instance is stopped or running.
Oh, okay.
Let me check my mind.
I mean, this one that we get on correct.
Yeah, we get this one correct.
I beg, make I read that, man. I figure say it has to be stopped first.
Yeah, I thought it had to be running.
Option A correct. Because AWS reputation mentions it in the section called changing an instance security group. Using the following sentence, after you've launched an instance into VPC, you can change the security group as associated with the instance. You can change the security groups for an instance when the instance is in the running or stop state.
Yeah, I think now they think they be none of the above because most of the times the ones you see or when the instance is running. And so oh well. And question 13, yeah. 13 is 18. Error 504. It be timeout error.
Yeah, so unresponsiveness. Yeah.
The application is unresponsive, so the year means, but it has exceeded its response timeout. Wow.
Judith, you can talk.
Judith,
I said it.
Judith, they are sorry, but you have raised up your hand. Though.
We are sorry. We are sorry you said it and we didn't mind you.
Isaac, the questions you mark, the number, question number, so you mark it, check the calculations.
Yeah, they track. They keep track of them. Sake of this one, we get them wrong. That be why I stop now.
Charlie, this question, you know, go feel happy for AWS.
I swear, it be some way.
Error 504 AWS, you say. Because in timeout will go cause if your responsibility will cause timeout.
Exactly.
Let me see my explanation.
Because it has exceeded its response. Okay. So the error of 504 is served by elastic web. That application is unresponsive. The ideal timeout period has lapsed. But listen to the explanation.
The explanations have they make the thing similar self more.
If something has exceeded its response time,
that's unresponsive.
And it's the same as the timeout period has lapsed.
Yeah.
Let me check the docs.
Okay, relax. The difference. I see the difference. I see the difference. See the first one. So the application running on the EC2 instance is 7. So the application will save the 504. When the second one, it be what? It be the ELB instance will save. I did like application will save.
Yeah. Okay, the reference is ELB. Okay. Yes, understood. It had though. Judith, your hand is still up. No, you don't be bro. This will be technical. You have to write application, the ELB.
It be comprehension. Comprehension the inside.
Question 18. Question 18, there was no problem. Question 22. In order to improve performance, yes. So where there are frequent reads of static content on a web application.
Let's see the explanation.
Storing frequently accessed content in memory. Storage type is managed. This storage type is managed high speed, volatile, and non-disk based. Information. Make information sure faster than disk based storage. Are we okay?
Yeah.
23. Budgets. Uses the cost visualizations provided by Cost Explorer to show the status of present budget and to provide forecasts. Some people were choosing different answer for this one. Yeah, I think yeah, someone chose 2. Rubicon, you know they here. You did a group inside the laugh. Yeah, someone chose this. There's nothing like, yes, in as much as sensitive, as far as the person is the account owner, they should be able to see their billing and then cost information. And then 37. Oh, how the namu chasa.
The way the school it's maybe I will do all be
If the ones we now we have like different set of answers, right? That'll be what I note them down.
yeah, but you the way the school I'm so small. If somebody could see then
This one.
but go down.
This one was.
Okay, there are 53. The disaster recovery method. Alright, so Yankai service.
Can I choose the SNS?
Yeah, but later the answers changed, so I had to come and then choose this one.
Yeah.
And disaster, it can be easy to switch to the secondary site using Route 53 service. Wow. Business an extremely reliable, cost-effective way to route end users to internet applications by translating names like. Okay.
Let me see the question.
Which of the following service is most useful when a disaster recovery method is triggered?
Just scroll slowly and you see the question before.
Man, the way you talk, no, why? The way you talk, unless you chop okra, scroll slow. This why if I say make Isaac,
if you scroll slowly.
If I say Isaac, make Isaac talk right, I go tell problem.
It
go get mazuku.
Why? Scroll slowly. Alva. I just go drink water then see him.
Talk and 3 times opposite. Talk and 3 times opposite.
The person will talk that is make you talk up 3 times.
Aye.
This one too. Who's actually the Anna? 34. Um, 35 years, strongly consistent.
I beg you, make you read that, man.
Yes, I'm too.
A live online game uses DynamoDB instances in the backend to store real-time scores of the participants as they compete against each other. From from various parts of the world. Which data consistency option is the most appropriate to implement? Eventually consistent, strongly consistent, strong eventually consistency, optimize. This need be under what?
Database.
Database.
Hey, me I don't read them before.
You know they want this thing inside. Me say if it be the question I see, I never see like
You said we talk so you see once. What's the difference between eventually consistent and strongly consistent?
Mumi enko kan. It's not applicable in that.
Since the gamers are participating live over the internet from geographically distinct locations, data consistency will need to be that of immediately readable within a second of them being written, therefore strongly consistent.
Who they write 22nd? No, 22nd is Sunday. We sent out go open on Sunday. And now online.
For all you know, for all you know, some they open.
Yeah, because if it's available to book, then for open.
You in the book, if you book where you go, they no opener. Where you go?
Online day. So that one there.
But if you choose on-prem, I go on-prem.
If you say you no go to your online,
but why you go first one?
But me, if person view a book where they know say the place no they work, it be my fault. No be my fault. Give me $100.
Yeah.
Maybe then go give you the voucher back for something.
But
then
go reschedule because the way they international. Not it not be everybody with the value Sunday like that. So the way they international they value then go drop. Maybe the
in this case there you get keys. This matter that you get keys. So they go give you maybe the next Monday or the next Tuesday make you right.
Oh, but me, I usually call before. Me, I call the center. Make sure say they work and everything. Yeah, I do that before.
So then the job on Sundays, you've confirmed.
Me, my own, no, I do have 21st. Me, I do 21st. So 22nd, like for call the center. So when we call the center, then make sure. If they send the open and then book.
Why you won't write that 22nd? Who changed them? I don't know what
I don't know who, you know with me, make us see, you know with me. Make us see the guy. I just
Chairman, I know somebody, I know people go rep up next week stuff. They go rep up Monday next Tuesday. I know. I mean, I say can't disclose, then they give you time. By that time, not the results.
Well, okay. But maybe they give you that time so then you get enough time to verify. That'd be why they give you up to the second. So then go use next week to verify.
Metrics, yes, from okay, that's CloudWatch. Yes, being stuck. For this one, we explained it.
The operation needs to have an uptime of the decision to move between the following documents strategies cannot be enforced regions. Okay. How they can say availability zones.
Availability zones no day.
And the pilot, I'm seeing pilot flights in the answer.
Oh, okay. All right, Gerald. Fine. So we could just finish the exam, then we'll go start with them. We'll do the labs today. We'll go do 2 a day. Abibi, how many labs? It be 4 labs, right? The labs be I think 4 or 5 labs. So we can finish those ones in 2 days, and then we'll go start with the solution architect.
Hey.
For
Don't you already know?
Yeah, you know, can't fall regions. Which of the following does
This question is shocking.
On its behalf for
I never opened them before.
Okay, talk like EBS, you know, if we do replicate them on different availability zone.
Yes, they said it's replicated on different servers on the same availability zone.
So for EBS, but they're the same availability.
Yeah, if they the same availability zones.
This is the killer question. So, but if it be S3, if it be S3, the answer will change.
Yeah.
We said it.
Yeah, we people said it. This will be power to the people. Plenty people choose 3. So if you plenty people, they will. Many people choose 3. That's why we choose 3. When we were even explaining, people were still bringing, because I remember somebody posted the explanation self, but still the 3 was coming, so I had to choose 3.
Yeah.
Guys, good question.
So when you create an EBS volume in an availability zone, it is automatically replicated within that zone to prevent data loss due to failure of any single hardware component. When somebody asks, say, what if the whole availability zone go down? But I was going to ask if that is even possible, like a whole availability zone going down. Is it possible? Is it like
that why Route 53?
Charlie, Route 53. If you know provision the resource, how you go route go that resource?
That resource.
Some of the things it'll be magical. If for provision, for instance, you get service for multiple regions. That means when you use this Route 53. So let's say you get one server for France, you get one for Australia. Maybe the one for Australia go down.
Availability zone has isolated data centers. They are isolated. The data centers are just in the availability zone. So all of them going down like that.
It be possible, or it possible say all of them if you go down. Imagine you get AZs for, let's say, Gaza. We work on to protect their resources. They can shut those AZs down. It's not as if it has been destroyed or they don't have light, or they themselves will shut it down to protect their integrity. Then things will come. It will happen. Sometimes say flood, then things they happen, then for preserve them data centers. So then we'll shut them down. And these things.
Yeah, well, yeah.
This thing, the learning will never stop. Yes, I think this one.
Especially the same like that. If you go carry somebody where it catch specialty, one of the specialties, come on, you don't take any stuff to go people.
I tell you.
See the way Abdul they struggle to give. Abdul they struggle to give little answers.
This thing there, you will pass in the morning, fail in the evening. Forget it.
You're lucky for shine better.
I think this one too was okay. Okay, this one too was okay. Aurora, I think Hanson.
Application consists of a .NET layer which connects to MySQL server. And this one.
Yeah.
This one, like if the MySQL server no come with like it will be even harder.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They are requested to expose your serverless application.
Wait, interestingly, RAS 53 self where people choose player thing, the combination there, RAS 53 days. So we selected it first before even the API gateway. Near select we are here trying.
Serverless application implemented with AWS Lambda. So HTTP clients. Which are the following? Wow. I said it to you. We are sorry. We are sorry.
What you did there?
Do it. Henceforth, I'll mark your answers. And see the ones you said and the ones you don't say.
It'd be like the AWS, she could get 65 or 65. The way she see every answer, every question before.
The question can mistake the input.
Yeah, say fast. I owe you links for the videos, right?
Hey, who is Cephas? It's me or Rosamond.
Hey,
Rosé.
Isaac, henceforth, the ladies, you go call them with wrong name. They go talk now.
Yeah.
Yes, dinner somebody date up with the same name. But later, based on what you say, it be what's it called? It be Cephas. Green code.
Cephas today join us case.
Oh, you see, now we make a go call Rosemont. Rosemont, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's fine.
You every day you do like chameleon. Today you be iPhone. Tomorrow you be another person. Today you be green code. Hey, somebody said something. Elastic, I think Elastic load balancer because of the because the load balancer, there's an application load balancer. We tire them. Because AWS documentation mentions it. Application load balancers now support invoking Lambda functions to serve HTTP or HTTPS requests. This enables users to access serverless applications from any HTTP client, including web browsers. Option B. Option B is incorrect because it's a domain system and not an HTTP proxy. Okay.
Yeah. And then C.
See what? Because API gateway plus Lambda is a common pattern for exposing serverless functions via HTTPS. Managing REST application program interface to expose backend HTTP endpoint. Oh, we didn't waste time. And the trusted advisor and the inspector comparison. Yeah, so adhering to off-trust which are cost, and then regularly running Amazon inspector. Okay. Okay. All right. Yes, this one too. We explained this one. And e-commerce, one of their major is internet attacks. Yeah, we explained this one too. Yeah. Hey, Hakwe. I swear. a company is planning to offload. These jobs can be interrupted. So that's sports. And I think 50. Yes, 54. Identity they created. So a CloudFront identity they created is making API calls to an S3 bucket where a static website is hosted. So in the AWS CloudTree event history, look up access calls and filter for Amazon CloudFront identity. Think Obiva CloudWatch logs on the S3 bucket.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I think.
So the thing is
Then I
what
want to say, he say if you be zebra, what? No?
think
Yeah.
horse.
Make no overtake.
So the thing it was the sake of the API calls, right?
Yes, and then there's a CloudFront identity that is accessing it. So it's more or less like somebody doing
Like a
API.
user.
User, yes, doing API calls.
Simple as that.
55. So actually, I think yes, this one we explained it before we moved on. According to the share security model.
Yeah, if somebody say one node inside, who touch the one node inside?
If you right, if you right,
right. Put the better
yes, so you are looking at designing for failure, pay as you go there. Economics assem. 57. Wisdom. ID. They also need to manage users.
Aquana, sorry. Aquana, sorry.
Who that?
Sorry, right.
Okay, there's lambda's edge. That's but when we this one Costa code commit would be out with Cloud9 headache.
Cloud9.
Oh, it's possible to run.
We brand we company beating.
Cloud9. And I condom company.
I beg. This one I know side class you.
It's a serverless service that makes it possible to run event triggered functions on edge locations. Introduce decision making and computers, thereby improving. It's a cloud ID for writing, running, and debugging code. Oh, okay.
But Judith, how do you know these things? Hey, like
she didn't read it.
Hey.
You didn't read oh. See, she take that thing say only background. So Charlie.
First class students.
I swear.
With those photographic memory people. So.
Yeah.
In the IT world, people where they know they be book like and then they get first class. They say, mood runner,
she not get background. Yeah.
You sure? She not get background. Yeah.
She not get background. And Rosemont confirms that she be shark. Abi, she say Rosemont be mate. So as Rosemont talk, it be true. Since the 90s. Oh, okay.
Actually, Uko Wesley girls.
Yeah. She get photographic memory.
She go Wesley girls.
People will complain say you not get background. Your complaint be valid though. Right now your complaint be valid.
Oh, if the Mary is there, they confirm.
Wow. So
you see wow.
If people feel like
a customer forever.
Get out there. I beg anybody go reach out for it. The girls.
Sorry. No one.
Demonic child. You know, be only child. So
demonic
child.
Interest.
Ah. Daniel say me.
Daniel, you won't quite there.
Well, possible. I mean, right now, maybe she be he be
Yeah,
transgender.
if he
So she. I be transgender there, no be he, no be she. So he
if he trans, if he them.
Yes, so this one to
Charlie,
be
your girl school that too.
TCO calculator. So the TCO calculator is mainly used to compare like costs, between doing on-prem and exchange program. Right, so it's used to compare like costs involved in doing an on-prem infrastructure and that between like and the cloud deployments. You use that one to do costs comparison.
This question we see then add the price calculator. We can cause this one. We have a TCO and a price calculator some time ago.
And the price calculator says there is another one that is called simply a simple monthly calculator.
Simple monthly calculator. That one they work with it.
Now you say that one they do what?
They work with the TCO, the total cost of ownership.
Yes. Equivalent to virtual service. Yes, that's it. EC2. Yes, so the simply monthly calculator, no, you use it to calculate like your monthly cost, right? Your cost for your next month. So that's like a month-on-month kind of estimate, right? TCU is like the total. We say ubeto data center, ubeto, and the simple monthly calculator is like your estimate for maybe the next month or 1 month
on the cloud.
On the
so
cloud.
That's what you compare, and then you make a decision whether you want to go to the cloud or stay with your own phone.
I don't want to be something. So if the trans people study good, they study good, a single sex schools, it will 10 mixed one.
Go ahead. This one, unless minister for gender.
Make you no go there. I know somebody. The days now, the school days on play. I forget the school name. Those days now, in the go no. Now we make school. It pleats and I can't make out girls school. So right now, if they ask her with school, we don't even mention it.
Mention.
So we take girls school.
That same thing happened for a cracker. Yeah, cracker now be mixed.
But the girls
it never be mixed.
Problem.
Now it be mixed. Oh, there are some women.
No, relax.
Elderly women.
I know. And they come. It has always been boys' school, but something happened. That's at that time. Where they enroll the female students. So then there's a particular year group, a group of like I think 3 or 4 year batches. Where they get rid of them. Something happened. I forget the story.
That we are good as
Oh, so we get students, but to reduce like this, the student of crack.
Load.
If this question will make you boy. I'll see we basa question.
Basa question.
63. 63. There was cloud formation and then config. that helps
And
you
question
model.
answer.
I see you have a DevOps team in your current organization structure. They are keen to know if there is any service available in AWS which can be used to manage infrastructure as code. Which of the following can be met with such requirement? So the answers were between. Also, I saw some question, and the answer was IAM Access Analyzer. Hey. So, well, was it having these same options, or it's a different question altogether? Like because the infrastructure as code. That's you see, I said say this one they were so like they should have said we should select two. Because config also lets you anyway in kind of different set of answers. Okay. Yeah, some more. It's a service that helps you model and set up your Amazon resources so that you can spend less time managing those resources and more time focused on your application that run in AWS. You create a template that describes all the config is actually audit and then also checks configuration changes. So this one, the 64 no, ABD, Global Network of Edge Locations and Regional Edge Caches, that cache copies of your content close to your users. Amazon CloudFront ensures that end user requests are served by the closest edge location. As a result, viewer requests travel a short distance, improving performance for your viewers. For files not cached at edge locations and regional edge caches, Amazon CloudFront keeps persistent connection with your origin server so that those files can be fetched from the origin server as quickly as possible. So as I said, distributing.
Sorry, let me ask a question.
All right.
So I think I was saying earlier on that for this question, you see the edge locations itself, right?
Yeah.
It caches responses.
Right.
It can be used in conjunction with the CloudFront service. Exactly. But I was confused about the T because itself, unless you're saying it's being used in conjunction with CloudFront, it cannot distribute content to users itself.
Yes. But the edge locations itself, as you said, they are the locations closer to the users.
Exactly.
So used in conjunction with the CloudFront to distribute the content. However, however, in this set of options, right, distributing load, you see here with edge locations and then
that one is out.
CloudFront, we are looking at content. And so as far as this one is concerned, and we are supposed to select 3, right? So when you take the odd one out, you are left with the 3. But I don't think AWS.
So I think what he's trying to say, they should have said like serve content. But the word distribute, what did they make?
Yeah.
But ideally, the question asks for it, so just give them what they want.
What they want exactly. And then the last one. Cannot reflect until the set time to leave. Duration has lapsed.
So Judith is saying that please let everybody listen.
Tomorrow
We are starting the 700 questions live. And we are starting at 8 p.m.
8 p.m.
700 questions. It will be starting by Tuesday. Maybe 8 no. with the beg. Tomorrow 8 p.m.
Tomorrow 8
As in
p.m.
Today 8 p.m.
Yes.
We can start. Some of you will start then you put the work. So set your alarms. Because if you say we could do 700 questions, if we start at 9 p.m., we know we'll do quarter set. Who should call you? Who be the iPhone? Who is the iPhone?
That'd be Rosemond.
Another iPhone talk for here with the guy right now.
Okay, you sleep at 6. Okay, that's fine. I'll call you. Why? The iPhone, yes, that be guy. No, that be safe.
The guy you talk right now, the person you talk right now said the iPhone. You'll be a question about,
Yeah, it's safe as I switch to my phone.
You see you.
You see? Now you see. You do change your name. Make we refer to you as your name. We can't be asking who is this. Just
okay.
Shout out
to but guys, as I talk right now, the ABCSC, we all know now that I don't know when models are not enough, right? So, and no matter how we complain, we has happened to us already. If any changes will be done, it probably will be the next cohort or the next 2 cohorts, right? Let's just focus on what we will do to get our certifications and also gather as much knowledge as possible, right? Yebekasa we now with the West one. When I'm sure they themselves they realize, and then the complaints that we've made, they've seen it, so they will definitely make amends. But I'm not sure.
But Isaac. Isaac,
I didn't hear you.
Yeah, so at the visit, the complaints where we make now, where we make them for the group inside or for the expectations away, where we make the